If you are a business owner and you use timesheets in your business to help you run your business so that you can do your billing and all the rest of it and control your staff and everything else. This morning I'm doing two little videos. I've just recorded a video where I shared this little drawing, and I was talking in that video about the 3 lies that sit within timesheets that most people don't even realize they're there. Go watch that video if that's helpful to you, because I've been helping business owners for about 35 years. I've also been keeping timesheets myself over the years. Don't do it so much these days. We have a different process for how we do things. But I wanted to share in this video one of the things that is hidden inside your timesheets that may be worth you exploring to find out if we can actually improve the overall efficiency of your business. And that is the difference between chargeable and non-chargeable work. And I got given a hard time by my team because I used to call it productive and non-productive. And they were like, I'm productive all day. I work really hard all day. I'm always productive. I went, well, some of it's productive work and some of it's non-productive work. And they go, no, it's all productive work. And actually what I'm really trying to get over to them, it's chargeable and non-chargeable. The stuff that you do is of value to your client. And then there's stuff that you do, which is stuff you do, which is valuable to the business and valuable to the running of the business. But it's admin. It doesn't pay the bills. And so from a purely commercial sense, I was wanting to have my chargeable rate up as high as possible. Now, there's several ways you can do that. You can take the team of people that work for you and you can whip them and beat them and give them targets to get them to achieve the numbers you want to achieve. The classic, and I have spent 35 years in the accounting industry, where the partners set 80% chargeable targets. You're going to come and work for me, and for 80% of the time, we're going to bill a client for your time. It's going to be chargeable. Do you know what? It's not sustainable. It actually eventually burns out good people because they get caught up in inefficiencies of the business. They get caught up in bad pricing of the job going in the first place, and they're expected to deliver a quality without the time budget to do it. So do you know what they do? What good people do is they come in early, they work through their lunch hour, and they stay late. And they bill you for 40 hours a week, chargeable at 80%, but they work 80 hours a week, and they work more hours than you're actually paying them. And in some cases, I've seen people literally, their pay is cut in half by what they're supposed to be doing versus what you're paying. If you're a tough ass boss and you're just pushing it hard, I get it. But what that does to the team spirit, what that does to the team morale, eventually they go, sod it, I don't care. I'm not doing this anymore. And they leave, and you lose good people. Or they go sick. And somebody I employed many years ago came from a firm, really good person, really good at their job. And they actually, the reason that they came to work for me is that they got sick at their previous job through stress, mental health stress problems, because they were expected to do 80% of their time should have been chargeable. And they were given the role of training juniors to do the work at the same time. Non-chargeable, productive, because we're training up the team, but non-chargeable because we couldn't put that time, their high senior level time, onto the clock for the client because they were teaching the junior to do some low level stuff at junior rate. So these are the challenges that we have. They're the challenges that we have. And most people will, and this is my little drawing I did, you do a quotation, you get the job accepted, you deliver the service, you raise an invoice. You capture all the timesheet information down here, and you've got the time data. A lot of people, I talked about in my previous video, don't compare this data that they've captured off the timesheet against the actual quotation and the invoice. Because if you do that, you're going to improve your quotation process. Action plans, if you go and watch that video. You improve this process over here by using this data to help you there. Some people will be able to spot extras. And so therefore, the client will get extra invoices along the way because you're capturing that time. Now that's all around the chargeable stuff. We did this work, we think we should be paid for it, we did a great job for you, it was part of the original agreement, we've added the extras and you've got paid. Great, fantastic. Everybody's a winner here because we're recovering the time that we've done on the jobs. Now, two things come out of this. Number one, what is the expectations? What's your expectations? I'd be interested to know in the comments. Do you have a target of 80%, 70%, 90%? Do you monitor these people based on their chargeable? Because that's what you want, is they're chargeable. All valid, all absolutely valid. I've seen every different variation of that. But I want to present to you here something else to think about. What if we went for this stuff, the non-chargeable? Or I call it the non-productive, but the non-chargeable, the stuff that doesn't get billed to the client. And we actually looked at that and we said to ourselves, why are we even doing that? At what point is that of value to anybody? Now, it might be that is of huge value to you as a business owner and as a business. You might say, for example, do you know what? I've got somebody on my team. I've got a little outlier over here on my team whose job is to be a PA, an administration, to organise, because their job is to organise all of these people to do the job. Or it could be a manager. It's somebody who doesn't directly charge. Now you've got to, all of their time falls into that non-chargeable element. You're not billing the client for that. Well, okay, one thing you can do is you can take their time and you can divide it by the number of people and you can chop it up and you can give everybody a little piece of their time and say, right, your mission is to earn the following amount of hours and we've costed in that. Likewise, it's essentially an overhead from that perspective. Great, that makes sense. We can do that. But all of the activities that go on from all of these people have got little bits of time that is non-chargeable throughout their day. Number one, is it allowable? Is it fair to say that somebody arrives at their desk at 9 o'clock and works till 5 o'clock with an hour for lunch, and we expect them to have some time lost? The calculations that I use for my team is that I take 52 weeks of the year and I immediately write off 12 weeks of that. I write off 12 weeks of it because of holiday, sickness, IT problems, training problems, external, internal training problems, and just lost time. So then I take the remaining 3/4 of the year and we set a benchmark of 60% of that time is recoverable as a fee against the client. Now, that's a low barrier. If my team members can't achieve that, then maybe there's a problem with their work ethics. I don't have that problem, but maybe there is. Maybe that would indicate that. All right. But what it does is it encourages our team to be really efficient about things. I don't mind paying my team member an afternoon to learn some AI. I don't mind paying them to explore some new features in a piece of software. I don't mind them setting up a spreadsheet with tools and reporting so that we can get better data out for us and our clients. I'd rather they did that to buy back their time. I want my team to buy back their time, and I want to buy back my time also. I've recently spent some time myself studying artificial intelligence, looking at agents, looking at different bits of software, and blows your mind a little bit. But I've actually spent probably about 6 or 7 days in the last month, just researching that. But over here in my mind, I'm always, why am I doing this? Why am I spending all this time messing around with software that I don't particularly enjoy? It's quite a fight. I don't do, because I believe I can make some changes to the efficiency of our business that when I move over here and I've cracked it, I will buy back my time. I will buy back Vicky's time. I will get to a point where our business doesn't have to use the hours that I put in. I've got projects and family and life that I'd want to do that I'd rather be doing than sitting at my desk and doing things. Even to the point that I've done this over the years with even recording these YouTubes. I've got AI helping, I've got a team member helping, and I can produce these really efficiently from my perspective. Something that might have taken all day now can be done in less than an hour, recording a video, editing and uploading it. These are efficiencies that we're building in to buy back our time with everything we're doing. And a lot of that is recorded in the non-chargeable. Now, here's what can often happen. People are so focused on doing the chargeable and achieving their targets that the non-chargeable work becomes just that. Non-chargeable. Or the classic one that a lot of people have is business development. Business development. What does that mean? Well, I was doing some sales and marketing things, but also it's a dumping ground for all those lost hours that you forgot to record or you whatever. It becomes a bit of a dumping ground. And nobody analyzes it. Nobody takes the trouble to look at it. Because if you could take your entire non-chargeable element, and that's not just the non-chargeable recorded. Go back to the other video where I said compare what you did versus what you were going to quote. You might have quoted and said this job is going to take us 25 days to do of people's time, and you get down here and you actually spent 30. Everybody's achieved their chargeability, great, yeah, everybody's at 80%, great, but you've got 30 days on the clock, but you can only charge for 25. So you've also got your write-offs down here, which are also part of your non-chargeables. And when you look at that and you take that into account and you do the calculations, you might end up, like I did, by saying, do you know what, I'm going to write off 12 weeks. I'm going to set my expectations lower because I'm already going to lose 12 weeks. I'm going to lose 12 weeks to holidays, sickness, time off, computers, technology, power cuts, everything else you want to throw at us, snow, rain, whatever is going to mess up so that the team member cannot perform. One of us can't perform our role. All of us can't perform our role. Now, in that time, that doesn't mean to say you aren't working. Of course, you might be working, you might be thinking, you might be doing lots of things, but I'm not going to charge it to a client. And I'm going to lower those expectations to get a true thing, because in amongst it, there's going to be some write-offs. That means that we can drive our business now around quality. Here is a list of work. Do the job to the highest standard. If we've got the quotation right and the job's been done really well, then the client is going to be happy and we're going to win more business off that client, or we're going to go to the marketplace and find more to do that. That means that the biggest thing that I focus on is the price that I'm essentially quoting at this quotation thing here. What it means is that the team member who's doing the job can dig into it and do the job properly. Therefore, they learn. Therefore, they get really good. They have pride in what they're doing because they're doing a really good job. They're not trying to cut corners. There's no corners to cut. We just want the job done right. There's no things to fix because we didn't do it right. We don't cut corners wherever possible because we've accepted that there is a non-chargeable element and set our boundaries accordingly. Now, that means that I'm on a constant mission now to see if I can refine that. After I've been doing this for 35 years, there's big chunks of time where we've gone, right, we're going to change things, primarily as a result of technology. And I'm talking about, I started out when computers were black with a green cursor. Okay, we didn't even have Windows or Google. They didn't exist when I started my business. Okay, so the technology waves that have come through have helped us immensely. And here we are now in an era of opening up into AI. Of course, I'm going to explore it in the same way that I explored Windows 3.1 when it came out. Will this tool help me improve my business? Well, yes, they all will, if we actually focus on the records that we keep about our business, and not just always about the positive ones, the chargeable ones, but also look at the non-chargeable to see where the holes are, see where the gaps are, see how we can improve things for the whole point of improving one thing, which is what I do to help all of our clients. The mission is to help you make more money and have an easier life. And if you want to make more money and have an easier life, charge more, work less. It's not that difficult to work out what the maths is, but it is difficult to work out where you fit in all of this and what your thinking's got to do to change those prices. Well, often, if we can back it with proper data, if we can back it with a proper understanding, that gives us clarity. And if we've got clarity, suddenly we go, that's the price I do need to charge. I have the data to back it, so I must charge that. Therefore, your confidence changes. Therefore, the way you actually talk to clients changes, and it affects your whole marketing. Anyway, I hope that is of value to you. Leave comments below if you want to. Otherwise, find all my details in the description below, all our links to our website and stuff. If you want to work to us, reach out to us. Otherwise, enjoy the video, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care.